So I've kind of been sick for the past few days, and during that time, I ended up consuming a lot of slop content. What do I mean by slop? I think I mainly mean two to three things. Number one is drama slop. I don't know why, but ever since the US elections last year happened, and I found this new channel, well, he's been around for a long time, Asmongold. On occasion, I watch his videos, and usually I end up feeling worse afterwards. So that's one thing that I'm gonna try to avoid. And it's not necessarily like him as a creator or anyone in particular, because I do also watch Charlie, so Penguinzy or Moist Critical. And forgive me, I'm still a little bit sick, so it might sound that way. But I like Charlie a lot, and I think Asmon overall is like a good person. He exaggerates, and he definitely, if you don't get his humor, he definitely comes across as very arrogant. But in general, I have no problem with the creators. I think overall, they're just doing it as a job. And drama slop is kind of what I consider it as a whole. Basically, it's any news related stuff where it's kind of doom and gloom and it makes you feel like the world sucks overall. That's the kind of stuff I'm going to avoid. And the second one is AI slop, obviously. I feel like I already don't consume any AI slop in general, but I see it out there and it's just something I might as well include in this whole category. And I think the third one that I'd like to mention that is somewhat similar to drama slop is doom and gloom content. They're kind of related, but overall I consider doom and gloom like it's literally a video I just watched, and like no offense to the creator, I'm not even going to mention the creator's name, but it was basically about social media and how it's terrible for you and all that stuff and how everything about it is terrible. And there was like this other video about how like something in Japan is really bad and terrible. It's like always talking about terrible stuff basically, and it's very sensational, clickbaity, and that's why it works. That's why I watched it in the first place, especially in my state of being right now where I'm kind of like and to be honest with you guys, I have debated for a while in the past year or so, should I actually try my hand at making content like this, at reactionary content that's about something that's more interesting, that's about something that isn't just like what I'm doing. And it mostly comes from the fact that, yeah, I do want to grow as a channel eventually, mostly my main channel, but these are experiments that I want to try out. I do want to try my hand at commentary in general, like the act of it, not necessarily the topic. But I do know if I were to make videos that come across as more negative, for instance, even one of my videos from this month where it was just a review about a show that I was watching, and it was a negative review of one of the episodes because I genuinely did not like the episode, but it was just me expressing my thoughts on it. And this isn't something that's new to me. I have a channel with some of my friends where we talk about entertainment in general, and I definitely have complained about shows before. I think it's totally fine to talk about your opinions about entertainment. I don't really consider that part of the category of slop, but I do consider it part of the sensational negative sort of content that I myself would prefer to avoid watching. Of course, when it comes to like, if you consume something and you feel like negative towards it and you want to express some sort of negative feeling towards it, I feel like that's fine. But in general, I don't want to make that type of content as like something I do often. So for instance, the thing that I even made yesterday, I feel like I don't want to make more videos like that. Like rewatching it and editing that video, even though it was like very easy to edit, my beginning of it was, yes, this was an underwhelming, disappointing episode, blah, blah, blah. But I feel that way. I genuinely feel that way. But I'd rather not make content that comes across that negative. I feel like I'm making a decision right now to choose that isn't the type of content I want to make. If I do want to make commentary videos, I'd rather make it of like good news, like find the good stuff that's out there, that's hopeful, that's cool, and like comment about that rather than the negative stuff. So it isn't like necessarily the style of video, it's more so the topic really, and what it represents and what it's spreading. And I'm not someone who's like, yes, it should be all sunshine, rainbows, and positive all the time. Of course, you should acknowledge the negative stuff in the world, and it's good to talk about it in general sometimes, but not all the time. And I think that's the issue, right? It's like that type of content sort of draws you in, especially when you're like, for me, when I'm sick, like I feel like I have no like self-control, or something about my brain just feels more easily manipulated, if that makes sense. And it's like so easy to go down that rabbit hole of watching content that is sensationalized and is all doom and gloom and negative. So because I feel like I hate watching it, because I feel this way about it, I'd rather not create it, and I'd rather not actually go that route, even if it does get views. So that's a decision I'm making as of right now. I'm just gonna like erase that from my mind. It's not gonna be a debate anymore in my head. I'm not gonna, because there was actually a moment in time in the past year where I was like, an interesting 30-day challenge would be to like try making stuff using AI mostly, and then see where that lands. But I just feel like ever since the release of Sora 2, ever since the shift of vibes in regards to AI and how I view it and how I see it and how I see people using it, I'm just like, I really hate it. I really despise it, and I don't even want to try it. I know the excuse, or maybe not an excuse, but the reason a lot of creators give is like, oh yeah, it's the cutting edge of technology. It's like where the future is headed, and they want to keep up and all that stuff. But I think it comes at a cost to even use those things in the first place. Until it gets to the point where it's more so like what you're imagining and what you actually want to create, and it helps you with that versus like creating it for you and basically serving no purpose other than to like make you watch, because all of it is engagement bait. It's all like pure entertainment with no real value, in my opinion, as of now. And of course you can probably find some creators that try to use it in a good way, but I think the vast majority is that, and I rather not participate in that. So I think the challenge that I'm going to do, at least for 1 year, because I never want to say like forever or never. So for the next year, I'm going to do my best to just completely cut that off. So instead of zero entertainment, it's going to be more so no consuming any slop content regarding what I just mentioned. The big three: doom and gloom content, like sensationalized content, drama slop, and AI content in general. I think that's just what I want to try out, and I think it's going to be easy. I think whenever I set my mind to like a challenge, it becomes easier to do, and to just set a hard no. This is my decision in terms of what I want to consume, what I don't want to consume, and also what I want to create and don't want to create. And it's just nice to just finally set that line and say like, this is it. So maybe I should thank this sickness, because it's led me to this point and these decisions, so I don't have to like think about it anymore in my head. Okay, that's it for this one. Let me know your thoughts down below. I know, like, I honestly don't blame anyone if they consistently consume that type of content. It's very easy to get into that sort of loop of watching that type of content, because it's wired to get us to watch. So yeah, I no shame to anyone who does that. But yeah, let's see how this goes 1 year from now. I'm gonna actually mark this. What day is it today?
It's Friday, October 24th, 2025.
Okay, I'll check back in 1 year. I'll actually set a reminder. But yeah, I think from now on, I'm just not gonna even make much negative commentary or reviews, to be honest, on this channel. Like I think it's not worth it. I think I was debating whether or not I wanted to make yesterday's video about like the finale, because overall I didn't enjoy it. But I just feel like I don't need to talk about it. If I don't enjoy it, why even give it any more time? Although the venting is kind of nice sometimes. But yeah, I think from here on I'm done with that as well. Like just negative type of content. I feel like obviously I will feel negative things and I'll talk about it in the future, but it's going to be more so in a way that's less like complainy and less like a harsh review of something, I guess. Yeah, I just don't like creating stuff like that. I don't like spreading that energy into the world. And I know that sounds a little hippy dippy, but it's just something I feel, and I think I need to go off of that, you know? Okay. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.